Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this week's NXT Experience. What an evening it's going to be here in Orlando, Florida. Tyson Kidd making his way out to the ring. He's going to be taking on the mean Baron Corbin. Well, this is the first time we welcome Tyson Kidd to NXT Experience. It's good to see him looking ready for action, but I kind of feel sorry for him having to go head-to-head against Baron Corbin, who is always in a bad mood. And we certainly saw the receiving end of that here on NXT Experience last week when Finn Balor was making his way out to the ring to compete in that #1 Contenders Fatal 4-Way match. Finn Balor didn't even make it into the ring as Baron Corbin came out of nowhere. He jumped the fan rail and attacked Balor from behind, even hitting the end of days on the outside of the ring on those thinly padded mats. It's certainly not safe outside, and we are yet to get an update on how Finn Balor is doing. But here we go, Baron Corbin making his way to the ring. He is here this evening, and I kind of feel sorry for Tyson Kidd because Baron Corbin is certainly going to be taking out his frustration on Tyson, who debuts here tonight on NXT Experience. And hold on a second, it's Finn Balor! He's done exactly the same as Baron Corbin did last week, jumping the fan rail and attacking him from behind. And now Finn Balor, oh no, Finn Balor, no, not the bloody Sunday on the mat, oh my god. Finn Balor. No. Bray Wyatt is here again. This is unreal. Bray Wyatt making a habit of this. Eric Rowan, Luke Harper outside the area cheering on Bray. He's done this over the last 2 weeks. First he went head-to-head against Corey Graves, absolutely annihilated him. Last week he came out of nowhere and attacked Adrian Neville. And now here we are with the Sister Abigail on Tyson Kidd. Oh, come on, surely not this again. And Adrian Neville, here comes Adrian Neville. I think he's got something to say about last week. He's a man on a mission. And here we go, these two are going to collide in that ring. Adrian Neville not happy, obviously, about being attacked last week by the Wyatt family. And Bray Wyatt now, Adrian Neville with a kick to the midsection. The referee in the ring trying to break this up, but to no prevail. And now Neville has Bray Wyatt up the corner. Enziguri to the back of the head. Adrian Neville, what's he doing? He's going to the top. It's about time someone put Bray Wyatt in his place. A red arrow to Bray Wyatt as he rolls out the ring. Luke Harper, Eric Rowan taking him away. And finally, someone stands up to Bray Wyatt after these numerous attacks over the last couple of weeks. And it comes from that guy, the Newcastle-born Adrian Neville. Last week here on NXT Experience, we crowned our first NXT Experience Tag Team Champions with Big E Langston and Xavier Woods coming out on top in that bout against the Usos. This week, coming up next for our main event, the two new #1 contenders for the NXT Championship, Curtis Axel and Sami Zayn, will be teaming up to face the new Tag Team Champions, Big E Langston and Xavier Woods, The Generation. Will Curtis Axel and Sami Zayn, who have got to face each other at NXT ArRIVAL for the NXT Championship, will they be able to coexist as a tag team? It's up next. Last week was Sami Zayn's week. It was insane. As we know, on the first week of NXT Experience, we had our first Fatal 4-Way to determine the first #1 contender for the vacant NXT Championship. We know that Curtis Axel won that match. And last week was the last Fatal 4-Way, which the general manager William Regal threw together. Sami Zayn was in there, as well as Roman Reigns. You also had Rusev in the mix. How Sami Zayn managed to overcome these brutes, I do not know. As mentioned earlier, Finn Balor was supposed to take part in that Fatal 4-Way after that impressive win against Baron Corbin on the first week, but because Baron Corbin jumped the fan rail and attacked him from behind with the end of days, he was unable to, so it turned into a triple threat match, which meant that the odds were stacked against Sami Zayn to come out on top as the other #1 contender for the vacant NXT title. It was Zayn's spirit which kept him going until the very end against Reigns and Rusev in a brutal triple threat match. Now Zayn took advantage of a groggy Roman Reigns and cinched in that Koji clutch as Rusev was trying to get to his feet with his back turned, and Reigns did eventually tap. Zayn went into the triple threat match against the grain, but came out on top and is now the other #1 contender. He will face Curtis Axel at NXT ArRIVAL. And speaking of Sami Zayn, he's making his way out to the ring, and the question which is on everyone's mind is, how on earth is Curtis Axel and Sami Zayn, the two competitors which are going to be fighting it out at NXT ArRIVAL for that vacant NXT Championship, how are they going to coexist in this tag team match against the newly crowned tag team champions, who are looking in fantastic form? Obviously we're going to find out as the match kicks off here, but I don't know, I've got a funny feeling about this. I think Sami Zayn, and I also think Curtis Axel, is going to have to be watching their own back in this match, but we'll see what happens as these two tag teams collide in this week's NXT Experience main event. Well, Curtis Axel delivering on his promise. So far so good for him. As we know, he was once a Paul Heyman guy. Well, not any longer. Curtis Axel though, does he really need Paul Heyman? He is in an NXT Championship match come NXT ArRIVAL, and he could possibly be walking out with that gold around his waist. Amazing. I mean, what an impact that would be, not just on his career, but also here in NXT. And I'm sure his father would be very proud of what he's already accomplished here in NXT. Just like the NXT Championship is vacant right now, the NXT Tag Team Championships were vacant until last week, when Big E Langston and Xavier Woods collided with the Usos. It was a hard-fought match between both teams, but it was the power, it was the speed and agility of Big E and Xavier Woods that saw them raising that tag team title gold above their heads. And just imagine if they could win here again tonight against the two #1 contenders for the NXT Championship. We are ready for this evening's main event. Sami Zayn, Curtis Axel going head to head against Big E Langston and Xavier Woods. Sami Zayn making the tag early on to Curtis Axel, and that's smart from Sami Zayn, because now he's not putting himself in harm's way early on in this match, going up against the massive Big E Langston, and a nice drop kick there from Curtis Axel. And you can imagine that Sami Zayn being out on the ring apron now, not having much to do, just watching the match unfold before his eyes. He's doing a bit of scouting. He's watching Curtis Axel, watching his every single move, checking out some of his moves as well that he's going to pull off. And Big E Langston, nice belly-to-belly suplex there. And again, that's smart from Sami Zayn, because whilst he's on the ring apron scouting, Curtis Axel is having to concentrate on the match at hand against Big E Langston. Curtis going to the outside there as he was catapulted over the top rope by Big E Langston, and these two taking the fight to the outside. It's just been an all-out brawl so far between these two, Langston and Curtis Axel. And here comes Sami Zayn now. He's got down from the ring apron. He's joining in with the attack. These two, Curtis Axel and Sami Zayn, they don't seem to be showing too much aggression towards each other at the moment. And Big E Langston just smashing Zayn's skull against that steel ring post as he makes his way back into the ring. And now Langston with Axel up on his shoulders and brings him back down to the canvas with that power slam. And just look at this. Big E Langston just annihilating Curtis Axel at the moment, just constantly, one after the other, smashing his head against the canvas. And that, you know, at the back of the skull, that's where the vision is. That's not going to help Curtis Axel. Now Axel makes the tag. This is very interesting. These two at the moment are coexisting as a tag team. They know, well, actually Curtis Axel knows, because he's been the only guy in the ring. This is the first time we've seen Sami Zayn and Xavier Woods going head to head for the first time this evening in the main event. But Curtis Axel knows that they are in for a fight, so they're going to have to coexist as a tag team if they want to win. Sami Zayn looking to put this one away early on, but Xavier Woods managing to kick out. Not even a count was made there by the referee. Zayn bringing Woods back to his feet, and Woods last week very impressive against the Usos. He was the one that got the count to win the Tag Team Championships with that lost in the Woods. And that's the thing with Xavier Woods' finishing maneuver, it can just hit you from out of nowhere. And if Zayn and Axel want to win this match, they're going to have to watch out for that, because it literally can come out of nowhere. Zayn going to the top now, went for the missile dropkick and completely missed. And Xavier Woods still on his feet, sending Zayn into the corner, and now these two can get down to business, what they know best. And Biggie Langston going to the top here now, double axe handle down to that arm, but Sami Zayn rushing over to his own corner, making the tag. Biggie Langston wants more of Curtis Axel. Axel now, looking for a suplex, but Langston reverses into a suplex of his own. That was smart by Zayn to get out of that territory. And look at Langston going back to work, picking up where he left off when he last went head-to-head against Curtis Axel earlier in this match. Just banging his head off that mat. And now Curtis Axel with a suplex of his own this time. And Zayn calling for the tag, but Axel ignoring him and just going to work with those elbows on the shoulder of Woods. And now what's Axel got planned here? Beautifully executed dropkick there. Better than perfect, would you say? This is why Axel won that fatal 4-way on the first week of NXT Experience. And now he's sending Xavier Woods into the corner. What's going on here? He makes a tag with Sami Zayn. Look at these two. Oh, wow. Zayn and Axel with a double inverted suplex to Woods, with using the ropes to their aid. Zayn going for the cover. Biggie Langston breaks it up before the ref could even make a cover. And Zayn taking down Biggie. But Xavier Woods, he's got Zayn right where he wants him. And look at this. He even did the splits. Wow. I don't think I could do that. And finishes up with a blow between the eyes. And Xavier Woods looking to put this match away. But Curtis Axel comes in with the save as the ref got to the count of 2 there. It's almost over. Just another split second. And that would have been it for the 2 #1 contenders. And there goes Xavier Woods over the top rope. Sami Zayn out, waiting for Woods. What does he have planned? Curtis Axel coming around now to meet Woods. And Biggie Langston with a hit to Sami Zayn, just dazing him there. And Axel helping his tag team partner, the guy he's going to be facing at NXT, as he throws Woods back into the ring. And now Sami Zayn with a nice drop kick there to Woods. He's going for the cover, looking to end this again. But Biggie Langston comes in with the save as this match continues on. Sami Zayn bringing Woods back to his feet. Nice blow there. These two just trading bombs. And now Woods in the corner. Something he doesn't want to be. Curtis Axel been tagged in. These two, they're looking like tag team champions themselves. How well they're working together. And Axel, big knee to the temple of Xavier Woods. And again, another tag made to Sami Zayn. He wants more action. He's coming in. And Zayn now sending Xavier Woods to the corner. Zayn got hold of Woods. Goes to the top. Springboard. DDT. Absolutely sensational stuff from Zayn. He's getting the crowd pumped. That's something we could possibly be seeing at NXT ArRIVAL when Zayn takes on Curtis Axel in that NXT Championship match. I cannot wait for that. Woods against the ropes now. Zayn sending Woods to the outside. What is Zayn doing? What is he lining up for? Zayn must be insane. It goes over the ropes. Oh my god. Woods moved out the way. And Zayn landed on the mat back first. Is he even going to be able to compete at NXT ArRIVAL after that? Axel looking serious, gets hold of Xavier Woods, sends him back into the ring, and Sami Zayn is up on his feet. How is he even being able to stand? I do not know. This is unbelievable. Drop kick there. And again, he's just showing that fighting spirit which he showed last week in that fatal 4-way, or I should say the triple threat against Rusev and Roman Reigns. That's right, because Finn Balor was supposed to be in that match, but Baron Corbin took him out before it even got underway. And now these two, Zayn and Curtis Axel, teaming up again. And we've already seen that. Nice elbow to the back of Xavier Woods. Very effective move though. Look at Zayn. Zayn really feeling the effects of jumping over the top rope. And Curtis Axel going for the cover, looking to end this, but it was too close to Biggie Langston as he comes in with the save. It was a huge risk though for Zayn to take, and Woods gets the tag. Here comes Biggie Langston, taking out Axel, taking out Sami Zayn. And now Langston, he has Axel up on his shoulders, the big ending. And surely now, that is it. That is the match right there. The referee makes the 3 count. Ladies and gentlemen, the newly crowned NXT Tag Team Champions from last week, Xavier Woods, Biggie Langston, have just defeated the 2 #1 contenders for the vacant NXT Championship. Amazing stuff. They are in fine form at the moment. They are currently unbeaten, and I think that's going to be the case for a while. What a massive win for the generation, but you gotta give it to Curtis Axel and Sami Zayn. They did indeed coexist as a tag team, just coming up short against those two, Xavier Woods and Biggie Langston. And just announced, next week here on NXT Experience, Tyson Kidd, Justin Gabriel will team up to take on the Usos, who will become the #1 contenders for the Tag Team Championships. And Curtis Axel now, with steel chair in hand. Oh! Axel delivering that steel chair to the back of Zayn, and that's not going to help matters after Zayn jumped over the top rope earlier in this match, as we know, and he fell onto the mats after Xavier Woods moved out the way. And now, oh, Axel again with another chair shot to the back of Zayn. And again, this is getting uncomfortable. Zayn still finding a way back to his feet though, but Axel with a blow to the midsection and delivers a nasty DDT on top of that steel chair, completely destroying it. The amount of impact it has taken, and now Axel with the axe hole to Sami Zayn. Sickening impact after those chair shots as well to the back. Just sickening, Axel, sickening. I'm sure your father wouldn't be proud of that. Folks, we are out of time for NXT Experience this week. Do stay tuned as we get closer to NXT ArRIVAL.